Hello dear students, I am Darshna Patel from VPMP Polytechnic Computer Department. My subject is Mobile Computing and Application Development, subject code 3360704, topic name Android Framework Architecture and Android Emulator of Unit, Introduction to Android. Now, objectives of today's learning is to understanding Android framework architecture and Android emulation setup, AVD creation steps. Now, introduction. Topics to be covered in these videos are Android framework architecture, emulator, AVD creation steps. Now, first, Android framework architecture. Android operating system is made up of different layers of software. Each layer provides services to its above layer. That is the main concept behind the layered architecture. Each lower layer provides services to its upper layer. Now, Android framework architecture, it consists of following layers. The first basic core layer, that is a bottom-up layer, that is of Linux kernel layer. Then second one is of libraries and Android runtime, then application framework, and the topmost layer which provides direct interaction with the user, that is the application itself. Now, this is a block diagrams of Android framework architecture which contains the bottom up layer, that is a basic core layer of Linux kernel which contains the various drivers and power management, network security regarding functions. Then the above layer of Linux kernel is made up of libraries and the main layer Android runtime. Then the above it is a application framework and the topmost is an application layer. The above layer of Linux kernel, which is made up of libraries which contains the various libraries of different functions like SQLite, SSL, OpenGL, Surface Manager and various kinds of libraries. Android runtime, it contains the DVM, say Dalvik virtual machine and the core Java libraries and Android libraries. The above layer application framework, which contains the various application manager of which contains the classes of Java. And the topmost layer is an application itself like contact application, SMS, camera, calendar, clock, alarm, the various application on devices. Now, first layer, Linux kernel layer. Linux kernel, it is the bottom layer. Linux kernel is a basic layer of Android framework. The Android operating system is built on the top of Linux kernel. It provides a level of abstraction between the device hardware and other software layers. It provides core services and it contains all the hardware drivers like camera, keypad, display, Bluetooth, etc. Now, for example, consider the Bluetooth function. Then all the device have the Bluetooth hardware installed in it. Therefore, the kernel must include the Bluetooth drivers to communicate with the Bluetooth hardware. Linux kernel provides various core services like hardware drivers, process and memory management, security, network, power management, etc. Then the above layer of Linux kernel is a library layer. On the top of Linux kernel, there is a set of library resides. This layer enables device to handle different types of data. Some of the native libraries, they include like WebKit, SQLite database, SSL libraries, OpenGL, and so on. WebKit, it is an open source web browser engine which is used to display HTML content. It's a kind of browser. Then SQLite database, it is a database engine for data storage purpose. Android have an inbuilt SQLite database which is a relational kind of database having the lightweight. Then SSL libraries, which is responsible for internet security. OpenGL, which is used to render two-dimensional or three-dimensional graphics content to the screen. Now the next layer, that is of Android runtime layer, which contains the most important concept of DVM. The Android runtime, it consists of Dalvik virtual machine and core libraries. Now DVM, say Dalvik virtual machine, is a kind of Java virtual machine which is specially designed and optimized for Android. It relies on Linux kernel for multi-threading and low-level memory management. Now, DVM differs from JVM, the kind that the DVM doesn't run .class file. Instead, it runs .dex file. And that dex files, they are built from .class file at the time of compilation, and it provides high efficiency in low resource environment. Apart that, there is a core Java libraries. The Android runtime also provides a set of core Java libraries which enables Android application developers to write Android application using the standard Java programming languages. Then the next above layer, that is of application framework layer. The application framework layer, it provides the Java classes which is used to create the Android application. The application framework layer provides high level services to applications in the form of Java classes. Application developers are allowed to make use of these services in their application. Some of the important classes of the application framework, they are the like activity manager, which manage the activity lifecycle of application. Then content provider, which manage the data sharing between the application, like location. Then location manager, which provides the location management using GPS or cell tower. Then telephony manager, which manage all voice calls. The resource manager, which manage the various type of resources which is used in the application. Okay. Then the application, all the Android application are at the top layer. The example of such applications are the application itself, like contact books, browsers, games, dialer, SMS application, etc. that the user can use directly. Now next topic, emulator. What is an emulator? Then what is an AVD, Android Virtual Device? An emulator is a virtual mobile device that runs on your computer. It allows us to develop and test Android application without using a physical real device. Now AVD, Android Virtual Device, is essentially an emulator that allows Android application to be tested without installing them on a physical Android based device. Now the steps for creation of Android emulation. Step for creating Android Virtual Device, say AVD. So step 1, first select Android Virtual Device Manager from Windows menu in Eclipse. We are viewing this step based on the Eclipse IDE environment. Now step 2, in Android Virtual Device tab, click on the create button, then it will open create new AVD dialog as shown in the figure. Then in that, specify the name of AVD, then device which you use for testing your AVD, then the target, then CPU, and the required parameters like hardware controls, then the memory option, RAM, virtual memory requirement, then the emulation option to configure AVD as per your requirement, and then click the OK button. Then it will create a new AVD. Now the emulation option, snapshot and used host-based GPU, they are for speed purpose. If you select the snapshot option, the second time you start the device, it is started very fast because the AVD stores its state if you close it. Now if you select the use host GPU option, the AVD uses the graphics card of your host computer directly, which makes the rendering on the emulated device much faster. So choose the required parameter and based on that create the AVD. Now after the creation of AVD, in the AVD manager, it will list all the created AVDs. Now select the AVD from that list and then click on the start button. After clicking on the start button, it will display launch dialog and the launch option. You can also choose the screen size as per the requirement. Then you can also wipe user data for cleanup of the previous data, or keep it as it is, and then click on the launch button to launch the created AVD. Then it will display your Android virtual device in which your application is tested. Thank you for watching and listening.